Hi guys, how you doing today? So today we have a quick tool review. This is a articulating head borescope. This is the KBA01 by KAiWEETS, and over the years I have used borescopes like this. And these are nice for getting into tight places and looking around. The problem with this particular style is the head does not articulate. So you're limited to either looking straight on or sticking the little 45 degree mirror on it and trying to look sideways while you're going down into something. And it gets real confusing when you got that 45 degree mirror on it. So we're going to take a look at this. I think this will be a very handy tool to have with this articulating head. Now, just to read the specs off real quick, this is the KBA01. It's got a 4.3-inch screen, 8mm diameter camera. The image resolution is 1920 by 1080. CMOS sensor, 70-degree viewing angle. It is IP67 rated for waterproof. Temperature range is 32 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Camera temperature, 32 to 176. Battery, 2000 milliamp. 3.5 hours of battery life. Type-C charging. So let's open this up. We'll take a look at it. And then I've got a car over here we're going to take the spark plug out on. And I'm going to take the evap temp sensor out of. And we're going to take a look in the heater box, the HVAC box. So obviously you can see it comes with a case, which is nice. Keeps everything together. And of course you got your little manual. Got a little deal of adapters here. I think I just dropped something down in here. Yeah. Got a magnet. Got a hook. Those are for if you've dropped something down into a hole, like a spark plug hole, for instance, and you're trying to retrieve it. You could either hook it. If it's magnetic, you can use a magnet. And even though it articulates, they still give you a 45-degree camera, 45-degree mirror to stick on the end of the camera. If you've ever used one of those, it's very difficult. You get confused trying to fish it down into holes and looking at certain stuff as you move it. So let me get these back in here real quick. Come on. Now it comes with this thread protector for the tip. I personally do not keep this on there because you don't want to have this on there. You're down into a spark plug hole or whatever, and then it comes off. Now you've just got your little thread protector down in a spark plug hole or another hole that you don't want it to be in. This is a USB cable for charging it up. And to take a look at this, you do have about 1.5 meter of cable length. Probably, pretty good for the majority of stuff that you're going to do. And the nice thing about it, obviously, is it articulates. So that's, that's pretty much, what, 270 degrees or more. I don't know what they consider that. It probably says on the box. I didn't read it. So let's go ahead and turn this little puppy on. Of course, you got the main body. It looks like speakers back on the back. Your articulating wheel, you can get to it either with your finger or your thumb. Does obviously autocorrect for exposure. Now, obviously, it does have a light, as you can see, because whenever you're down into deep holes, you want it lit up. And the way you adjust the intensity of the light is you can either turn it off. First press is full bright. Second, third, off. So depending on how bright you want it, even though it auto adjusts, you can adjust that. And then you've got your settings menu. We'll just kind of scroll down through. It is 1080p by 1920, or 1920 by 1080. Image quality, again, 1920 by 1080. Does do video record and image. Language, date tag. Time setting, auto power off. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Whoops, that was the wrong button. We'll just do 3 minutes. It'd be nice if they had that up to like at least 15 minutes. Because I could see looking at something, setting this down just for a couple minutes, and then wanting to look at it again. And at 3 minutes, it made timeout. Obviously, you'd have to just turn it back on, so it's not really that big of a deal. Screen brightness, memory card. It's got a 32 gig card that comes with it. Format, reset system, and version. And on the side, there's your memory card right here. There's your USB-C for charging it up, and probably any kind of firmware updates that they might have. That looks like a reset button of some type right there in the middle. So let me get the spark plug taken out of this car and the temp sensor out of the HVAC box, and we're going to take a look in both of them and see how useful this articulating head is. Now, another thing. Now, this is 8mm diameter versus this 6mm. You can see the difference. The smaller camera is nice. The reason they've got to have this one a little bit bigger is you've actually got cables, little tiny cables that run down in the housing of this conduit, and whenever you twist the wheel right here, they extend and retract, and that's how the head moves back and forth. So to be able to house that, the housing has to be a little bit bigger. So that is one drawback, is that this has got an 8mm head. The more expensive units, you can get them smaller, but this one here, it's got 8mm because it's housing that the cable system for being able to articulate the head. Anyway, with that said, let's go over here and get on the car. Okay, guys, so I've got the temp sensor out. I've got the camera in the hole. And let's see, I'm going to record this. To change the modes as far as whether the button takes an image or recording, you hit the mode button. You can see right there, that's the camera. If I hit it right now, it takes a picture. Hit the mode button, now it's got a video camera. Now if I hit it, it'll start the recorder. So basically this is what we're looking at. Let me pull back a little bit. And try to get that glare out of there best I can. So if I turn the wheel, you can see that we can look at stuff that typically you wouldn't be able to look at. There's the evaporator. We're actually hitting that. So let me go in a little bit more. Let's turn it. There we go. That's more what I'm wanting to see. And the reason is to show you. You can see this, what looks like a crack. That's the seam. I replaced this blend air door years ago. And that's the seam of where I cut the box out to where I could get access to the door. So what's nice about this, right there's where the actuator attaches to the door itself. So you can verify whether yours is broken by moving the temp knob, and you can see that the door, whether it's completely closing or not, that's complete hot right there. Then we'll go ahead and open it. We'll go to full cold. And there's full cold. So you can clearly see if that door is opening and closing, and it makes it a lot easier whenever you can tweak this head the way you need to pinpoint what you're looking at. Let me kind of turn it just a little bit more, different way. See how you can just look at stuff that that you typically would never be able to see. Now that's going all the way back. We're actually looking at this is the housing of the camera coming into the hole. We're turned all the way back and we're looking at that housing. You can see the evaporator right there. You can see the foam that's pushed out that obviously is probably not doing a whole lot. And then there's the door again. Okay, so enough of this. Now let's go stick it in a spark plug hole. All right, guys, got the camera. I had to take the ECM fuse out because the piston was at the top dead center, and obviously we can't have it there. So I'm going to hit record on the Borescope. We're going to start going in. Now you can see the piston down there. And see, what's nice is to be able to control the head and look at exactly what you're wanting to look at. Got a little debris down there. See that? Sticking the probe down there probably knocked a little bit down. No big deal. So let me go on down. I'm going to tilt the head back. To where we can see the valves. And there you go. You can actually see the probe, or the housing, coming down through the hole. There's a valve. Valve. See all 4 valves. Hopefully you're seeing that. So yeah, pretty nice option to have if you're really wanting to be able to look at areas that you typically would not have been able to view otherwise. Anyway, I think I'm going to like this little tool. The recording feature is nice. The camera's nice. You can just snap pictures if you want, or take video, and look at whatever you want to look at. I mean, and it doesn't even have to be down in a hole. It can just be down in a hard to reach area. You know, that you typically can't get to. Anyway, we're pretty much done. The handiness of a articulating head Borescope. You guys take care. We'll see you.